Now we're going to talk about adjusting color. We're going to create, we're going to adjust value of the color. Okay? So we're going to begin with using, using color straight out of the tube, and this is a crimson red. And when we're talking about color that is in its purest form, we're talking about chroma. So I'm going to put down this, and I'm just using a little bit of water, okay, just so the paint will move for me. Okay, next I want to create a tint. The way I do that is I will add some white to my color. And this does a couple things. One, it makes the color more opaque. It also lowers its chroma in that because we've mixed white with the color, it's no longer as pure. And it also makes the color much more reflective. And we're going to get a pink here. So I did add a lot of white to it. I'm just going to paint over that. Okay, next, we're going to do a shade. A shade is where you add pure black to your color. Which I forgot to set out. So, I'm going to take my chroma, I'm going to add just a little bit of black to it. You don't need a lot of the black to really affect the color. Okay, so this is a shade. And I'm using, obviously, dry on dry brush here to achieve this. Dry brush on a dry ground. Okay. Lastly, I'm going to do a tone. And a tone, depending on whose definition you're dealing with, is where you create a gray, and then you add that gray to the color. Now, by adding gray and black to a color, you're creating what's known as earth tones. Okay, they are less reflective. Okay, it's also known as neutralizing color. So, and neutralized color, earth tones, like your browns, your olive greens, your maroons, tans, and so forth, make up those. Actually, this makes a really pretty color, actually. So I made a gray and added that to my red. Okay, so we've adjusted the color by just using black and white and gray. Now, let's see. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it for blue. So I'm going to just show the difference in the blue here. I'm just going to cover up chroma here. And watercolor is inherently translucent. Unless you add white to it. Okay. Or unless you're using gouache. Right now I'm just using, okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of, white to my blue. Choo choo choo. To create my tint. And you can tell that it's already getting rather, it's more opaque than just the straight chroma of blue. Okay, and I'm going to add to my blue a little bit of black. Put this over here. Just going to add a little bit of black in my blue to create a shade. And the thing about black is, this is what I don't, black is, and I hate to make a universal kind of statement like this, or an absolute statement. I've never really liked pure black in painting. I like blacks that when it looks like a black, but actually it really isn't. You look close to it, it has greens and purples and other colors in there. Okay. Even though outwardly it does look like a black. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to add, running out of wells here, this one won't work. I'm going to add blue, a little bit of gray to create a tone. This should come out to like a battleship kind of. You ever heard the term battleship gray? Yeah, it's actually a nice color. So, and then this is our battleship. We're going to add some more gray to that. There we go. The thing about the gray is it has both, by adding gray to it, it has white and black in the pigment. So you're going to pick up nuances of that. Okay, so that's that. That's basic color theory having to do with value and to change the value of a color.